The Zookeeper's birthday surprise. It was a bright and sunny day at the Happy Valley Zoo. The animals were all awake and excited. They knew that today was a special day. It was their Zookeeper's birthday. The Zookeeper, whose name was Sam, loved all the animals and took good care of them. He fed them, cleaned their enclosures, played with them and taught them new tricks. He also told them stories and jokes to make them laugh. The animals wanted to do something nice for Sam on his birthday. They decided to throw him a surprise party at the end of the day. They each had a different role to play. The monkeys were in charge of making a cake. They gathered some bananas, nuts, honey and flour from the kitchen and mixed them together in a big bowl. Then they poured the batter into a pan and put it in the oven. They checked on the cake every few minutes to make sure it didn't burn. The elephants were in charge of decorating the party area. They used their trunks to blow up balloons and hang streamers around the trees. They also made a big sign that said, "Happy Birthday, Sam." They used their tusks to carve some letters on a wooden board. The lions were in charge of getting a gift for Sam. They thought hard about what he would like. They remembered that he always wore a hat when he worked outside. So they decided to give him a new hat that they found in the lost and found box. They tried on different hats until they found one that suited Sam's style. The penguins were in charge of making some music for the party. They used their beaks and flippers to play some instruments that they borrowed from the band room. They practiced some songs that they heard on the radio. They also made up some lyrics about how much they loved Sam. The giraffes were in charge of keeping an eye on Sam and distracting him if he came near the party area. They used their long necks to see where he was at all times. They also told him some riddles and interesting questions to keep him busy. They also gave him some compliments about his work and his personality. The bears brought some honey jars as snacks for everyone. They also brought some spoons and napkins so everyone could enjoy their sweet treat without making a mess. The turtles made some paper hats out of newspaper for everyone to wear. They also made some matching paper ties and bows for everyone to look fancy. The snakes made some confetti out of shredded leaves for everyone to throw. They also made some streamers out of vines for everyone to wave around. The frogs made some bubbles out of soap and water for everyone to pop. They also made some sounds with their mouths to imitate the popping noises. The zebra who had made some invitations for the guests, a flamingo who had arranged some flowers for decoration, a sloth who had wrapped the gift with colorful paper, and an otter who had brought some ice cream for dessert. The animals worked hard all day to prepare for the party. They hoped that Sam would like it. Finally, it was time for the party. The animals hid behind the trees and waited for Sam to come. Sam finished his work and headed towards his office. He was tired but happy. He had a good day with the animals. He wondered if they knew that it was his birthday. He opened his door and saw a dark room with no lights on. He was about to turn on the switch when he heard a loud "surprise." He then turned around and saw all his animal friends smiling at him with hats on their heads. They sang "Happy Birthday" to him as they brought out the cake with candles on it. He was speechless. He couldn't believe what he saw. He felt tears of joy in his eyes as he hugged each animal one by one. He thanked them for their wonderful surprise and said that it was the best birthday ever. They then continued to enjoy the party with some music, games and jokes. Sam felt like he had the best birthday ever thanks to his amazing animal friends. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to our channel Tales for Tots.